That was not what I wanted to have show. Alright. You gonna work with me this time, or am I gonna have to figure something else out? I'm still figuring. Put you over here. Does that do it? Okay, there we go. Fun times. Yeah, I don't know what's up with Dead Space 2, guys. It doesn't like me, apparently. It didn't want to start for me. I had to restart my whole computer just to get the stupid thing to turn on. And then I have to play around to make sure I get all the, whatchamacallums. Okay, subtitles are on. Let's see here. Let's take this down. No. Oh, come on. Excuse me. Take down the sound here just a little bit, just to make sure that I'm not drowning my own voice out with music or guns. And obviously, make sure the subtitles are turned on. Accept. Controls, I want to make sure. No, good. Aiming center, mouse sensitivity, 50. I can turn up my own mouse sensitivity, so I'm not super concerned about that one. Alright, let's, I think let's go ahead and, see about, partying like there's no tomorrow. Alright, we have casual. Enemies are weak, with some effort you can survive. Normal. Ammo and health conversations are key to survival. A skillful trigger finger is needed to survive. Survivalist. For veteran Dead Space players, ammo and health are less plentiful and enemies are more deadly. Ammo and health are very scarce and enemies will brutalize you. And the hardcore. Yeah, we're not going to do hardcore. We're going to stick to normal, because I could probably get through survivalist, but I don't see the need to kill myself right now, so. Dead Space 2. This time it's not Dead Space 1.
Isaac, are you there? Come in, Isaac. Oh, God. I'm so sorry, Isaac. Look at the time difference. I'll call you back later.
It's okay.
Isaac talks.
How you doing?
Good. You're right, Isaac. The Ishimura is a great ship. I am so lucky to be serving aboard her.
Enjoy it while it lasts. You know they're gonna decommission her next year.
Isaac, thank you.
For what?
For just pushing me to do this. I mean, if it weren't for you, I never would have made it this far, because you made me stick with it.
I'll just remember, I'm giving you up for 6 months so you can do this.
You know what? We must be getting on a range Thursday. Isaac? Isaac, can you hear me? Look, I'm going to call you back as soon as I can, okay?
Isaac! You were drifting away for a moment there, Mr. Clark. I believe you were telling me about your nightmares that you've been having. About your dead girlfriend. What was her name?
Nicole.
I didn't want it to end like this. I really wanted to see you again. Just once. I loved you. I always loved you.
Yes. Nicole Brennan. She was a senior medical officer stationed aboard a Planet Cracker-class vessel.
Hey, Ishimura.
USG Ishimura, yes. Part of a mining operation on Aegis 7. I understand communications went down shortly after their arrival. You were part of the repair mission. A mission for which you volunteered, am I right? What did you find aboard that ship, Isaac?
I found something.
What did they find aboard the ship, Isaac?
The marker.
Did you have contact with this marker? It made you see things, didn't it? Things you didn't want to see.
It spoke to me.
What did it say, Isaac? What did it say to you, Isaac? Isaac, can you hear me?
I think I need to turn up the voice volume.
Isaac. Isaac, can you hear me? Dana, I found Isaac Clarke. Repeat, I have him.
Great work, Franco. Be careful. He's been out a long time.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Good, good. Steady, steady, steady. We gotta get you out of this straitjacket. Where am I? Alright, I know you're confused right now. I can explain everything, but you gotta trust me, okay? Listen, you're in terrible, terrible danger.
Bye-bye. Look, it's a necromorph. Who would have thunk? Wow, these guys are mutating really, really fast.
Franco? Franco, what happened?
Alright. Let me turn this one up again, because I feel like that's pretty low.
Oh God. Isaac! Isaac Clarke!
Run time. Run. Faster. Let's go faster. Evacuation. This is a massacre. Oh, I died. I'm bad at this game. That's annoying. I almost always die in this first part. Just because, like, you don't know where you're going, you have to run. And so it's something where, like, it drops right in front of you, and so you're like, oh, which way do I go? If you make any wrong decision, you're basically going to get caught. I think that's usually the one spot where I die. Oh. That's frustrating. It's also frustrating just because they put it like if you have something, the E button or the E mark is kind of out of the way. Okay, so now we are in control completely. We're in control, but we're in a straitjacket, so we can't really do much of anything. We can save the game. Should be a good thing to do. And we're gonna do this one. Slow crawl.
Come on, take him down!
That's funny. It shouldn't be, but it is. This is one of those things, like, I'm sure by the end of this, we'll be back like I was at the end of Dead Space, where I am literally just like, okay, my heart cannot take this. I am slow crawling. I am going insane. But right now, it's something where it's like, I don't have a gun. Because I don't have a weapon, it's very clear and obvious. I'm not going to get into too many situations where I get jumped by enemies. If I get jumped by enemies, then all I can do is run.
Now.
Alright.
The eye's looking much better today, yes, don't you think?
It hurts. It still hurts.
Yes, I'll schedule you for another session tomorrow.
No, I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I can take another session. I don't.
There. First thing tomorrow. Now let's talk about what you saw today. Come on, Strauss. I'm here to help you.
If you want proof that the doctors in this place aren't really here to help the patients.
Deep black and glowing red with symbols. Symbols whisper to me. And what did the symbols whisper to you? Come on, Strauss. It was just short. It was just short, but it put so much stuff in my head, so much shit in my head. There's no more room for anything. I can't remember what she looks like. I can't remember.
The symbols, Strauss. What did the symbols tell you?
They told me that it wasn't my fault. I didn't kill him. They didn't deserve this, and I didn't deserve this. Fucker.
Put Mr. Strauss back in stasis, suggest his medication up 30 milligrams, and we'll try another session first thing in the morning.
And then
Subject
history
is known,
just repeats.
Strauss.
Yeah, but this is just kind of, there's your idea that this facility doesn't really care
Now.
about their patients. They're just here to learn about the marker, obviously. Oh, this is the only door I can go through.
My eyes are looking much better today, yeah? Don't you think?
You know, those things are bad when everything's red. Yes, open the door. We're not alone.
Come on, man.
Patient 4, I remember you. Tiedemann said all the key subjects need to be eliminated, terminated. We're doing more.
Listen to me, man.
What matters?
Listen to me. We can both get out of here. Just cut me out of this straitjacket.
No one's getting out of here alive.
Don't do it.
Oh, he cut me out of the straitjacket.
There's no escaping from what I've done.
Take it easy, buddy. Just take it easy.
Your rig is red. It's red. There's a health pack and a flashlight in that wall locker. You should grab them. Go ahead. Take it. I won't be needing it anymore.
Yep. So now we have a flashlight. Yay for us. That's all it does. Just a flashlight.
Isaac, we're all gonna burn for what we did to you.
Well, that was disturbing. Very disturbing. But hey, look at the upside. We have a flashlight. I can see in the dark, which means they're going to put me in dark areas.
Clark! Isaac Clark, is that you?
Who are you?
No.
My name is Dana. I'm the one trying to rescue you.
Why? What's going on?
You're suffering from a unique form of dementia, Isaac. Something you contracted on Aegis 7.
How do you know that? How do you know all this about me?
Your dementia will kill you. But if you can get here, I can treat you and get you to safety.
Why should I trust you?
Because I'm not the one shooting at you.
That's just because you're not here right now.
Just follow the route I'm sending you.
Why should I trust you? Because I'm not shooting at you. You're not here to shoot at me. And there, of course, is our locator back again. See? Go that way. But what else is there around here, I wonder? Beyond things trying to kill me. Not like this really does me any good. I don't have a gun. This just lets me see. I am holding the flashlight. Great job, Hints. Every time. They go for the jump scares. Oh, that's the way I'm supposed to go. I want to look back here first.
Orderly TPS report 1418. The recent realization that the popsicle sticks were being constructed into marker-like miniatures for over a year has led to a search of the unit for any other such phenomena. It appears widespread, with marker forms being made out of medication bottles, hypodermic needles, and even toiletry items like nail clippers and tweezers. The research teams have all been notified of the discovery.
So all the patients are making marker-like things. Interesting. I mean, this is to sit back for a moment and just admire how much nicer this game looks over Dead Space 1. And it's so sleek. So futuristic. So much. That's gonna happen. You are not well, Isaac Clarke. You know, you'd think they would take away his engineer. Or you think they would deny him access to doing this kind of stuff, since he's technically a mental patient. But, oh well, what are you gonna do? In other words, another news. Oh, I fell down.
Isaac, what happened? Are you alright?
Why are you helping me?
If Tideman finds you, more people will die.
Including me.
Not if you follow my route.
I don't like this.
You don't have to like it. Just hurry before you get locked in.
Oh, I can punch. Falcon. Twitch recently did an update. Ooh, telekinetic surgical binding active. I'll come back to that in a minute. Or maybe I'll come back to it now. Twitch recently did an update. Now there's like Twitch achievements. Alright, now we have stasis. Oh, kinesis. Okay, I have kinesis. Super useful. Why is that super useful? Because we are not alone. And these things are like one-shot kills. So yeah, Twitch did an update recently, or today, I guess. Or at least today was the first time I noticed it. Where now they have like achievements. For streaming. That seems kind of a weird... I mean, I understand the concept. I'm taking one of these with me. But it seems kind of a strange thing to have for Twitch, especially like I looked through a couple of achievements and it already gave me a couple of them. But a couple of the achievements are kind of like ones where like I've been on a couple of channels that are like they're not, you know, insanely popular. I mean, they're pretty nice, but they're still. We're gonna use that too. But it's like, you know, have like 50 people talking in chat at once, have 200 people talking in chat. I'm like, you know, for a couple of channels, that's probably pretty easy, but I can also think of plenty of channels where that's the exact opposite. I do like how they start this off with the... Because in the original Dead Space, when you start off, they give you a gun, and then you get the kinesis. But I do like how this one, it starts off the opposite. You don't have a gun, and you get the kinesis, and you actually have to kill a couple of enemies first. There we go. But, what was I saying? Oh yeah, hold on. There we go, now we have full health again. That's one of the things I kind of forget. Especially since I just finished playing Dead Space. But they decided, I guess, that brutality wasn't enough from Dead Space. So actually, to get items from your enemies, you do actually have to stomp on them. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of stomping. Give. Give. It drives me nuts that you can't, like, open a door while you're using kinesis. Yeah, I know. I've already looted a couple of corpses. Give me that. Alright, how many... Okay, we don't have... We got, what, 10 slots. 120 seconds of airtime, though, so, I mean, that's a nice thing. So that's, like, almost, I think, as much airtime as we had after you fully maxed it out in the last game.
Why am I awake? I can hear you. Come help me, please.
Don't trust his lies. Look at that. I just put a frickin' thing through his chest. Oh, technically, I think it was through his, you know, plasma energy. So, take 3 guesses of what our first weapon is going to be. Yeah, I don't think you can kill him right now. More plasma energy. More plasma energy. I think technically, sure, we're supposed to pick this up after you go in there and save the guy. But, why wait? Okay. So let's go ahead and head on in here.
Jesus, man. Help me. Would you fucking help me?
No. I feel nothing to your pain.
Calm down. I'll cut you out of there. Is that a tissue laser? A plasma cutter?
Oh my god!
Fuck.
What the fuck are you doing?
Shit.
Help!
I'm trying. I'm trying.
Oh, well, he's dead. But on the upside... we get an awesome weapon. I enjoyed that a little too much, I think. So, yeah, there we go. Now we have our plasma cutter. That thing's still there. Jeez, oh Pete, I shot that thing like 5 times. Actually, I think I shot it 3 times, and I put a frickin' bar in it. That's ridiculous. Alright, what's in here?
I Isaac, it's Dana. You have to dismember the creatures to stop them.
I know. I've had a lot of practice.
Just try to stay in one piece.
Thanks.
You have to dismember the creatures to stop them. I know. We've had a lot of practice doing this. Alright, make sure there's nothing good in here. I don't really see anything. Lots of dead bodies. Excuse me. My nose is itchy. Lots of stomping. Okay. So then let's see what's behind door number 1. Take it slow and easy. Oh, a couple of these ones have stuff hidden behind them. It doesn't look like this one does. I can't go that way. So I guess we're actually following the path. Where's the fun in following it? Cheese a pizza. Instant epic, my god. Sure, I'll take some money. Is this money? I wasn't sure if you were dead yet or not, but I wasn't too concerned about you. Okay, good. Then this is the way I want to be. Give me a... What? That was weird. Alright, what's in here? More plasma energy. You already have a lot of plasma energy. That's a good thing, especially early on. It'd be even a better thing if it was late game and I didn't have to deal with freaking Ripper blades, right, guys? I mean, they were great stuff, but... Holy shnikes, did it get ridiculous. Especially when you're on, like, that last boss fight. Like, where on earth are you going to use these? I mean, seriously. I'm not walking that close to the boss. Yeah, I know. I've been doing my manual reload. Anything else in here? See anything? I think it's too much farther when we get to our first store. Yeah, I'm just repeating what we already know. Shoot the limbs and don't stop shooting until it stops moving. And even then you might want to shoot it one more time just to be on the safe side. Man, I love this. This just feels so much smoother than Dead Space. Alright, text log, what's this? Patients becoming agitated and combative with us. A result of the new regimen of memory erasing drugs. Oh, goody. Must be told why he has a broken jaw every market. I'm hungry. I haven't really eaten today. So I'm eating a little bit. I'm also drinking my pop. Which I'm actually going to give up. That's going to be my tough thing here for the next couple days. I'm going to give up pop. I just got a new job. So, yay me. Kind of. It's a weird thing. Yep, I'm going to have to start working. Luckily, the job's not too far away from where I live. And it pays better than my old job did. Not by much. But then again, at the same time, my old job didn't pay all that well either. So, it hopefully...
Isaac, come on, they're after us.
Wait! Who is? Who's after us?
Remember, folks, it's not being paranoid if it's true. Okay, this is a spot where you can take either direction.
Isaac, through here. Come on, Isaac. Oh, no. Isaac, remember me. Patient 5. I'm patient 5, remember? Do you remember? I know.
Dana, your fucking route didn't work. There was a security lockdown.
I told you to hurry. How'd you miss it?
Look, I don't need your help.
Fine. Let's see how long you last without it.
Shit.
Run over here. And turn around. How did I miss that? I mean, I know I shot in between his legs, but... Ooh. What do you count that as if you shoot one of those?
Dana! Okay, you're right. I do need your help. Talk to me.
Look, Isaac, we don't have to be friends. But like it or not, we're stuck together. Tideman's your enemy, not me. Alright, I found you a new route.
Fine. So where the hell am I? How did another necromorph outbreak get started?
You're on Titan Station orbiting Saturn. As for the outbreak... Shit! Tideman's jamming my signal.
Yay! So we're orbiting Saturn. That's an upside. We've moved a very long ways, apparently. I'm sorry, I'm just reveling in how nice and smooth everything feels. Dead Space it felt like it wasn't bad controls, but it did feel a bit clunky. Is this another... Yeah, this is another text log. Alright, what are you? Reception desk. Please refer all restraining complaints of anxiety and or psychological problems to the other hospitals in the area who are booked and running low on mood-elevating medications. Holy crap. With the recent CEC layoffs and the increased tensions between the Unitologists and EarthGov... Oh, goody. So apparently, between the events of the first game and this one, the Unitologists and EarthGov decided that they hated each other even more. As if that wasn't even freaking possible. Oh, I guess it was. No, okay. It's only one. I mean, look at that. Look at, holy shnikes, I have so many health. I have so much health. Alright, now, suits. I'm trying to remember here. Because the armor or suits work differently in this game, if I remember correctly, than they did in the previous one. And I have a couple of things that are unlocked, I think, because I played Dead Space 1 and finished it. I'll have to get to an actual, this is bed, replace tachyon unit, degaussed emitter array, calibrated Heisenberg forks. Introducing coils still not, induction coils still not firing in sequence, testing for shattered matrix, call dispatch to cancel next appointment. This may take all day. Oh. That's interesting. I'm not sure how many of those were actual, you know, make sense in terms of what they're doing. I do recognize a couple of the terminologies that they used, but tachyon obviously referring to time. Alright, and here's one of the other things they introduced in this game. They have a actual like hack mechanic. So you rotate this around until you find that spot. A happy spot basically. And then you press a button. Not very difficult. And stasis. Once again back. Jeez. Whoa, you're kidding me. I got one shot? Well, I guess I don't have any armor right now. But still, holy shnikes. One shot? I got one shot? Alright, let's hurry up this up and do this again. Excuse me. Look back there. They do have a time limit for how long you're supposed to take to this, and they can trick you. Like if you guys noticed there during the minigame, it turned red for a second. I am bad at this game today. It's because I've had too many things go my way. That's the problem. But I'm going the wrong direction. So this is my kind of plan right now. So I have a job, so I don't have to focus on finding one right now. My job doesn't start. I have to go in next week. Just a little while to actually fill out like the application. I know it's weird, but that's what actually recharges. Oh, that's right, I can't pick it up. What was this? Oh yeah, but I won't start the job till after. Can I use it on that? I can, kind of. Well, I guess I just keep moving. That's strange. It didn't actually let me shoot. Yeah, shucks. Not that health packs will really have a super meaning for me right now. But yeah, because I don't start the job for a little while, kind of my plan next week, I have to do some work around where I'm staying. But I'm kind of thinking I'll spend next week trying to do recording and maybe a large amount of streaming. I'm considering streaming WoW a little bit, just me doing random crap on WoW because there's no games. There's nothing like new right now. Anyone who's playing WoW, we're getting ready for the next big patch and raid to drop, and that won't happen until the week after Thanksgiving, so there's not really a ton to do in WoW right now. But that's what I'm kind of thinking right now, because I'll spend a lot of next week doing stuff.
What the fuck?
That's incredibly creepy. Incredibly creepy. That's kind of my plan right now. I'm also debating Dr. Brooks. I've said many times, I'll say it again, I don't like the security. Secrecy, not security. Secrecy in the new labs they've installed in the Psych Wing. It's been 3 years. We don't have the faintest clue what's going on in there. So that secrecy has no place in an open and free society. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. But there's a hint kind of as how long we've been here. We've probably been here for a couple of years. I can't heal. Wow, that was loud. That was awesome, but that was loud. Anything over here? Nope, nothing. So, that's kind of my plan. And then once it starts up, then I'll have to go from there at my job. Once that starts up, then I'm going to have to actually kind of go from there and figure out time-wise what the best time is. Okay. So here's something they introduced in this game. Decompression. Like, the concept behind this is very obvious. We're technically on a space station.
Breach rectified.
But if you remember in Dead Space, every once in a while, I think that happened like 2, maybe 3 times, one of those tentacles would grab you and start dragging you. Pretty sure that's not in this game. Like, there's nothing like that in this game. So what they did instead is they did this, where a window will break, sometimes on purpose, sometimes you shoot the window. Not that I have ever done anything like that. But then you have to shoot the little thing that drops down, and that will drop the blast door and save your hiney. And sometimes it's a useful thing, because if you shoot the window once and send all the necromorphs out into space. Yep, over there. That's our first one. Thank you. I was kind of hoping that. No. Power nodes. They're giving me power nodes galore. But one big change, if I remember correctly, at least most of the doors that you can open with power nodes in this game, there's usually another power node in the room, so you don't really lose that power node. Alright. So here's the new store setup. You have your shop, your inventory, your save. Same as what you usually did. But here's the big difference. I don't know. I think this might be because I finished the other one. But as you can see, there's a lot of guns here. And they're all free, if I remember correctly. And suits. And they're basically free. Most of them, anyway. So, here's the Forge Engineering Suit. Grants a unique functionality to the wearer. You get an extra 15% healed when using med packs. Purchase guarantees a minimum 15 inventory slots and 15 armor. Your rig retains the highest grade armor and inventory. So, here's all these ones. EarthGov Security, Triage, Agility Advanced, Shock Point, and each one of them has different things. And then of course you have the weapons up here, and all these weapons are basically the same. They have some things. So like this is the heavy duty line gun. It does more damage, but you reload it slower. Here's the refurbished plasma cutter. Dead Space unlock used refurbished by CEC. But that's basically what we have now. So there's no real reason to it. And here's the forged one. More damage, slower reload. This is just the plasma cutter, like I said, from the first game. And so you have all of these ones. Like the hazard line gun, more damage, slower reload. Which actually doesn't make a ton of sense considering this one has 5% more damage, minus 10% reload. This one has 5% more damage, minus 5% reload. So this one does the same amount of damage, but the reload isn't as bad. And the forged one doesn't really seem to have any downside to it. Plus 10 damage, plus 5 speed. Not really sure. I mean, first things first is you do want to get a suit, obviously, because you want what's the word I'm looking for? You do want, obviously, armor. So here's the technical engineering suit. This is the first one in the game. But it only gives me 10 inventory slots and 5 armor. I don't really want that. If I use the heavy duty, my line gun detonator contact PV. Let's go ahead and take this one. Because this one gives me 15 and 15, I believe. And it doesn't cost me anything. So not exactly the prettiest suit out there. Dun, 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 dun. But you can also, obviously, if you want to pick a different suit, you can pick a different suit. EarthGov, agility. Alright, I want to take a look here. My inventory. I'm going to move a couple of these ones over. There's my plasma cutter. I want to make sure here. So there's my inventory. 15 armor. Everything's kind of going on. You've got to stop pushing escape to do this stuff. I do want to get a line gun, though. So I'm thinking the forged line gun. Yes. Tab to view your inventory and logs. Here's my inventory. Once again, I have no clue how I am supposed to access the logs. What button I am supposed to be pushing. Because, I mean, you can see up there at the top. Just the way that... It's like you should be able to look at all the rest of the stuff, but it's just not letting me do that. So I have no clue what I am supposed to be selecting here. But here we go. Okay, that's weird. My plasma cutter is not under 1. Alright, and here we go into our first vacuumed area. There's a power node. That's always a good thing to get. You just kind of try and keep your eyes out for anything that's shining anywhere, really, at this point. And it's not like you don't have time. Like, I can walk back and forth between this thing and I still have, 90 seconds. So, take your time. Look through, make sure you can find anything that you can. You know, there's a stasis recharge right there. I'm in a relatively large open area, and there's boxes all along the side. I'm about to get jumped. And buy something big. Oh yes, these guys. There we go. I need the stasis recharge. Because this guy is a truck. Missed. This guy does not make it easy. There's one arm. Oh, he's dead. Okay. Or no, he's not dead.
Jesus, that thing was angry.
Gold semiconductor.
Okay, the tram station is just beyond the apartment block.
Hang on. I need more answers. How long have I been here?
3 years. Tideman found you floating in space near Aegis 7 and brought you here for study.
Why can't I remember anything?
The marker you found imprinted your brain with a self-replicating signal. The longer you're awake, the more the signal spreads. It's killing you, Isaac. Tideman tried to keep it in check with memory suppressants.
You said you could fix it, right?
Only if you reach me in time. Tram station, get moving.
Tram station, get moving. Self-replicating signal. Interesting. We're gonna run back here because I picked up a gold semiconductor and I want to go sell it. Because I can go sell it. Okay, inventory. Yes. I really would like... Wait, is there a bench over here? I didn't think there was, but that's one of those things that's like... I have a lot of notes now. It's really kind of like a bench. My plan right now is obviously to upgrade my rig, same thing as I did in Dead Space. Upgrade the rig first, then upgrade my weapons. Because the more stuff you got going with the rig, the better off you are in the long run. Okay, no, that's just lights. But it is nice because this game feels a lot bigger than Dead Space, which it is. We're now on a station instead of on board a ship. I mean, the ship was big, but we ended up revisiting a couple of places several times if you paid attention. And while that was okay, it definitely kind of not ruined it, but it definitely kind of made the game feel a little bit smaller. Somewhat unintentionally, I think. But it's nice to be on something like this. Where you're in an entirely big station. I don't think there's any really like revisiting old places. There's a level later on in the game, and you guys will know it when we get to it. I love that level. I love the way that they play that level so much.
Listen up. This is Sorensen from CEC. Cut off their limbs. It's the only way they go down. It's their limbs. That's the secret. Comms are down. We can't get a broadcast out, so tell everyone you see.
Cut off their limbs! Cut off their limbs! Move those two back. Use one of them to get myself back. Oh, thank you. Bench time! Alright, bench really hasn't changed. More HP. More air. More HP. And leave one node. Always a good idea. I said this in the last game too. Until you get to like the final level and the final boss, it's always good to leave yourself with one node. Because you'll come across those rooms where you can't open them without a node. Especially in this game. They do a lot more of the, if I'm remembering correctly now, obviously I could be remembering this completely wrong and everything I'm saying is completely bullets.
Director Titan. A station-wide emergency is in effect. In accordance with Titan Station Civic Code, I am declaring martial law. All citizens are ordered to evacuate. Will be shot on sight. This is not a drill. Move immediately to the nearest evac route.
I'm punching.
Attention.
Goody,
this is Director Titan. A station-wide emergency is in effect.
So yeah, if I'm remembering correctly, and that's a big if all on its own. Most node rooms will give you another node inside of it. I think, obviously, I could be remembering this completely out of bullocksly. Quarterly economic report. Classified. Do not forward. Here's the report on how we're doing. Don't let anyone know. Alright, Titan Station unemployment grew unexpectedly to 9.5. That's still decently low. Due to the collateral job losses and the ongoing collapse of the local planet cracking business. Why'd you lose money from doing that? Because you broke too many planets? Aftermath of the Ishimura incident continues to depress all planet cracking activity. Well, that makes sense. And more support services go out to business, leaving less and less capacity for planet cracking. However, Titan Station continues to post small permit buoyed solely by the cash influx from EarthGov Scientific Research and Operation Facility. Blah blah, planet crack stuff. What is it? Oh, it's plasma energy. So obviously, there's no power node in here. It makes me very sad. Shut up, Titan. Dang, I'm good. Oh, look at that. I used a power node and I immediately picked one up. Ellen was taken. Dang it. I'll take that though. I will always take money. Money is the root of all woes. It's the root of a lot of other problems. You can chat JZX284. I'm not looking over at that screen right now. Hello, thanks for coming in. I don't know why you don't think you can chat. Oh, that was pleasant.
Isaac! Isaac, over here!
Look, it's a crazy patient.
Who are you? It's the drugs, Isaac. They gave us drugs to make us forget. But it's all coming. I don't know what you're talking about. Why are you calling me? Isaac! Isaac, look out!
I love doing that. Seeker shells. I don't even have a seeker. I'm not going that way then. I'm going this way. Alright, anything amongst all this? Doesn't look like it. And I can't get anything else.
We have to go now.
This is one thing that they did add for this game that I did kind of enjoy. Like apartments, I guess, if you want to call it that. Grandma. That's right, I keep forgetting. Never trusted Necromorph. Stop trusting bodies. Alright. Can you say I'm about to get attacked? That's a bomb. And I'm out of ammo with that gun. My inventory's full already. Oh, I took some damage. Let's go ahead and heal that up first. Make sure we pick up all the stuff from our defeated foes. I do like how they've redone some of the reloads for the weapons. It's just like, at least for me, it's like in the line guns for the first one, I'm just never 100% sure exactly what you were doing when it looked like. Alright, anything over here? Yeah, corpses. Interesting. Alright. Open the door. Let the engineer in. Can I pick this up? No, I can't. I will take that though. Alright, so what's this text one all about? United Spacefaring Guild History Series. Okay, so this is just all about, and I'll let you guys read this if you want to. Mining consortium, that they had no tool at hand, shockwave drive things were in their infancy, so extrasolar mining was out of the question. Okay, so they harvest Titan, and that's why they have this here. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Alright, so what do we have? Keeping that, because I'm going to sell that. I don't have the javelin gun. We're going to go ahead and drop that. Pick up the med pack, because the med pack's going to be better off than me right now.
There are necromorphs everywhere. Is the entire sprawl infected? How'd this happen? The marker was destroyed, and I destroyed it.
You destroyed a marker, Isaac. Tybin built another one.
Done. Done. Done.
Why?
It's powerful alien technology. Tybin wants that power. Get to the tram. It'll take you to the Cassini Towers premises.
Dana? Damn it.
Everyone wants the technology, Isaac. You should be able to guess that by the fact that the Church of Unitology funded the Ishimura to go get it. You were sent with an EarthGov agent who her task was to get it back at all costs. Figure it out. By the way, crying in this game really makes me nervous. There's a level later on that you'll understand why. Son of a face. What the frick did you drop? Contact energy. You know, it was weird enough in the first game when I got just stuff I didn't really want to a gun I never used. Now it's just giving me stuff to weapons I don't even technically have.
Holy shit!
Well, I think everything and everyone that was on board that ship is dead. I hope. Alright. Power malfunction. Which means that there is something here somewhere. Oh, these guys. The boom booms. Still super easy to kill. Power's been restored. Oh, excuse me. These are bits. Everything is dropping health, and I feel super bad because I can't pick it up. Or am I? I'm apparently having some hallucinations, and I'm having problems. Oh look, it's our dead girlfriend. Let's go talk to her. Oh shit. That was actually on fire. Alright. That's when we start breaking stuff. Because one of these little buggers is here. And as soon as I get the chance, I'm going to shoot him. I don't care about you. Like, literally. You're already dead. You are not important enough for me to care if you're hitting me over one of those little buggers is here. Okay, I want to make sure I'm not missing any items like that. Oh, no, no, no. We're taking any and all schematics here. Even if it's something I probably will never buy. I don't see anything down there. All this luggage and corpses everywhere. Okay, yeah, I got stuff in you. Wait. Oh, it's plasma energy. I hate the fact that you can't see that thing sometimes. Okay. Don't trust corpses on a train. In fact, just don't trust corpses. That's how I think we're going to trust this title to be. Don't trust corpses. Alright, time to hack the train. So apparently that's how this works. Hack the train. Bust out my line gun. And turn around. Work a lot better if I had actually thought about re-ammo it up. But I didn't because I'm a freaking idiot sometimes. Something. Money! Yay! Money, 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 money. Alright, here's the bad part. We have to slowly make our way backwards down this train. Why, I don't know. Possibly because the game hates us. Forwards. Alright, here's the other thing that they added for the fun of this. Now we have these segments. I will be taking much damage from these segments. Come on, guys. Come on, come on. Use that superhuman engineer strength. Winner, chicken. I didn't. Wait, this thing has 136 shots. Holy shankies. How much to bet that doesn't hold up for long? Oh, look. Isaac, you broke the train. This is probably why you don't try to hack things. Why did you give me line X stuff anyway? Alright. We're stuck upside down. Like, we're actually stuck upside down. I can't. Where did you even come from? At least they don't have to do any QTEs to get through this part. But on to chapter 3.
Dana, I need a new route.
What happened? I thought we lost you.
Unscheduled stop. Where am I?
How did you end up there? Hang on. This won't be the most pleasant route, but it'll get you to the Cassini Towers residential sector. Damn it! Timon has your signal again. Keep moving.
Okay.
You're very important to them, Isaac. Hold tight. I'll contact you soon.
You're very important, Isaac. You must make us... Ooh, power node. I am easily distracted, no? Alright, there's a lot of stuff around here. Wait. That took damage. What am I thinking? Now we have the pulse rifle. Normal pulse rifle. Alright, I need a store. Oh. Rivet bolts. All these new guns. I think the reason I pick up all this other ammo is because I technically can get the guns at the shop, but not, but obviously I don't have them. Take this money. I'll take as much money as you are willing to give me. Anything under there? I don't see anything under there. Alright, let's do one last quick run around this room here to see if there's anything else I can pick up. I'm pretty sure since I picked up the schematic, there's nothing else of vital importance. It doesn't seem like it. Yeah, there's your rivets, but I can't pick them up. Alright, let's go ahead and hit this shave button. Accept. Yes. Alright, so one thing I am thinking about here, about doing for my YouTube, is I have looked up some stuff on Chrono Cross. More out of necessity. Not anything like farther ahead than where I'm at. Going back, it was at the beginning. Alright, hold on one sec here, guys. Alright, sorry about that, guys. It was my brother. But ow, oh my gosh, ow, 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 ow. Oh. The sound got turned way up. My brother bought something new. He bought a new TV, and he put it up, and the thing is massive beyond belief. Oh, what was I doing? I am completely lost as to what I was doing here. Alright, I came from there. What was I talking about? Chrono Cross. So I looked up stuff on Chrono Cross for the beginning, just because I felt like something was missing. And a couple of the things I'd looked up before just kind of felt like, you know, that same thing. Like something was missing. So I looked some stuff up, and I missed, like, at this point, the point that I'm at, I missed at least 2 party members that I could have gotten. So I'm sitting around like, well, I don't want to restart, because I do kind of like having the blind aspect of it. So what I'm kind of thinking I might almost do is actually do another one and not release that one. Just not do like the same thing, but do like another game, and actually, like, once I finish the one that I'm uploading now, oh gosh, that is some weird music, just release the other one in full, and use that other, and just kind of release the other one in full, just to kind of show, frick, I hate these ones. These are like the creepiest things in any Dead Space game, period. They're definitely on the list. Very easy to kill. So they're not as terrifying. But they usually just let these things swarm you.
Isaac, you're still alive. We can't talk. I think they're tracking our signals. Are the memories coming back to you? They're coming back to me. The good ones. And the bad ones. The more I remember, the more my head hurts. I keep seeing the symbols. The symbols too, Isaac. In him, I keep seeing his face. Shit, tell me.
Do you remember? So that's kind of like what I'm partially thinking right now. I don't even remember picking up the schematic for a power node. But yeah, okay, so I get the power node. Here is the pulse rifle and the stasis. Who cares about the stasis? Alright. Sell you. Oh yeah, I'm sure I want to sell that. That is a lot. Alright, shop here. I can't buy anything larger than a small health right now. Just looking through these other ones. Engineering suit, that's the one you're technically supposed to start out with, but that also gives me 5 less inventory slots and 10% less armor, so we're not starting with that. What's this one? Detonator, secret rifle, and pulse rifle get 5 damage. Alright. What do we have? Anything good? Pulse rifle is okay. It's not great. Alright, I'm not going to buy anything right now. I've got enough weapons, and I think I've got enough health packs. I'm not super concerned about either one of those famous last words.
Hey, Dana, there's this crazy guy that keeps contacting me. I saw him back at the hospital.
Nolan Stross. He was a patient in the project, just like you.
Yeah? Well, why was he there? What does he want?
He's a psychopath, Isaac. Stay clear of him. He murdered his own wife and child.
Okay, I'll be careful.
Fun times. Tasty.
Attention. This is Director Tideman.
Director Tideman. Alright. Here's the second part of the United Spacefaring. Large colony established on Titan to study the moon's every seismic detail and prepared for disassembly. As the operation got away, the orbital platforms that assisted the work became prototypes for the planet crackers that would soon follow. Titan was successfully cracked and harvested only slightly behind schedule. That's impressive all on its own. It was a major boost for the then beleaguered population of Earth, who believed their extinction from lack of resources was imminent. Titan's harvest was halted before the entire moon was disassembled, leaving a small shard where the original colony had started. From here, the new station grew in leaps and bounds. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, that's interesting, but unless you want to, like, throw gravitational orbit of stuff completely out of whack, you couldn't do it to all of them. You couldn't certainly do it to Earth's moon. That would cause massive problems, since the moon helps control the ebb and flow of the tides.
Attention. This is Director Tideman. A station-wide emergency is...
Attention, this is Director Tideman. I am crazy. More texts. Altman's footsteps. Oh, great. You know it's great when they first start with Altman. The followers of Mike Altman, we, the children of the Marker, grow tired of the oppressive, thinly veiled attacks from EarthGov on our rights to worship as we please. Reduced hours of operation for the church, fire marshal restrictions for the size of revival events, blah 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 blah. Poorly concealed attempts to quash the truth. They will not succeed. The blasphemous short side reckless, destructive, and hopeless path of that EarthGov has us on as a dead, blah blah blah. The only answer is unitology. Typical stuff. And there's nothing that's really new in there. Let's get out of the way.
Dana, I thought you were routing me to residential. This looks like a unitology recruitment center. Am I still on track?
Yes. There's an old maintenance access point in there that'll take you through the waste disposal system and into the Cassini Towers. Stay sharp.
Discover your potential. Embrace your future. The future of unitology. Recruiting has slowed markedly in the last few weeks. This is surely due to EarthGov's recent slander campaign, pitting us as carpetbaggers, insurrectionists in the press. Tell me you're not. Regents from churches at Venus Waypoint are shocking in later this week to strategize a response. Additional budget allocated to public relations and media. Also, CEC. Layoffs continue to negatively affect recruitment targets. We're down almost 30% year on year. You know, if you're really looking at it that closely, I think there's an entirely different problem. Ooh, money. Alright, time to be careful. Because, and I have done this. Dang it. do have to kind of be a little bit careful when that first group comes out. Because your first kind of look at the group is like, oh, okay. Oh, look, there's one of those, you know, bombers in the building. You kind of look at him and go like, hey, there's one of those bombers in the group. I can use that, you know, and just take them all out once. Well, the truth of the matter is, yes, you can shoot them and take them all out at once. But if you do that, you will also take this out. If you take this out, it turns this area into a vacuum. Well, you almost get sucked down to space. And you have to do what we did before and shoot it down. So, you can do it, but yeah, it's up to you. Marker. I saw it. The marker. Look at it. It's the most dangerous thing in the world. I broke the glass. More markers. Holy shnikes, I broke the disc. I didn't think I could do that. Oh, that's awesome. I want to do that again. Can I break this one? Yes, I can. Aw. Oh, it's in 2 pieces. That's not nearly as much fun as I thought it was. Alright, let's go through here. Alright, what's around the corner? Oh, it's just the exit. Now this looks more like the areas from the first game. All metal, made with little to no aesthetic purpose, just functionality.
Okay, whoever sees this, listen up. You can use kinesis to pull blades off dead ones and shoot back at them. Watch. Watch.
I can't go anywhere in here. Basically, he's telling you stuff that you've kind of already figured out. Like, if you kill one, like this one, you can pull the blades off of it and then you can throw them at enemies. Nothing that you basically haven't already seen before. Depending on how you played the first game or even this one. What was that? Okay, hopefully whatever that was is dead. Very, very dead. Well, first things first, let's go ahead and use this bench. Alright. Rig. I'll put one in there. Next time around, I actually have more than one. I can put another one in here. I can actually put more. Shut down.
Diagnostic load initiated from weight compression chamber 752. Compressor piston offline. It is now safe to enter the chamber.
We can go into the chamber. Actually, I'm trying to think about it. I don't remember how many chapters this game has. The other one, I had an idea because I knew the Nicole is dead Easter egg. Oh, I was closer to that than I thought I was. I'm probably hoping against the I kind of need some health packs now. Probably means that I'm not going to get any more for a long time. I'm out of health packs. knew that was going to happen at some point. Alright, this is, zero grav area. Oh, goody, health pack. Yeah, same thing. Point, press Alt. Alright, I just want to take a look around here and see if I can see any other items I can pick up or not. Can I jump to there? I don't think I can. I have to jump up here, maybe? No. Up here? Oh, Alt. Oh yeah, that's right. I forget that they changed the way that zero grav works in this game. Because in the other game, zero grav was, you know, you point and you jump and that was it. Here it's actual, you float around and move around it freely. Forget that part. No idea why you were doing that. I will take that. I will take that. I will most definitely take that. That's okay. Anything down there? But this on its own still, you still kind of have a little bit of the same problem, because I mean, now at this point I am sideways. But it's still, you know, the same basic thing. You know, the enemy gate is down. Am I supposed to go in there? Well, I'm gonna go in here. I'm pretty sure I need to go in here anyway, so I can go in there. Alright, what's this button do? I'm sure that was cool. Press shift to boost. You may notice. I forget what some of the stuff you can do in this game is. That's garbage. I don't think there's anything special you can get in there. And it went dark. Where's all the good stuff? I'll take your money. I am starting to get a headache right now, though. I wonder if that's right. So let me tell you, I played. I hate it when they give me freaking strobe lights. Strobe lights are like the worst things ever. Played, I think it was. I want to say it was this game, but I could be very wrong on that. I played one of the Dead Space games where I turned up the brightness to make it just a little bit easier to see. I usually turn up the brightness on a lot of games. But that was like the first time like I played for like a half hour. Maybe? I played, yeah, for like a half hour maybe. And just playing for like that half hour, I had such a headache. I had no idea what was going on. Why would this door work? Tell this door to turn back on. I want this door. But I had such a headache, and the thing I came to realize is like I had a headache because I had the brightness up. It was actually hurting me to play with it being that bright. I actually had to turn it down so I could actually play. It was so weird, though. I'm gonna get a drink of my tea here. Power node. Use a power node, gain a power node. Sweet, we completed an objective. Text log. Sally Hennon to Marin Hennon. I'm just gonna leave this log here for you. When you find it, come and get the rest of my stuff. I hope I don't forget anything. This is a really big deal. The rebirth is happening very soon. Special time. Oh yeah. The rebirth is happening. And you're all turning into hideous monsters. I mean, I understand for some people life may suck, but I don't think I'd ever want to turn into a necromorph over it. Yeah, that's kind of why I was trying to pull using kinesis. Because I'm sitting there kind of going like, you know, that body just doesn't look quite right. And the fact that that doesn't look quite right and I can't pull it means that it's probably a necromorph. Here you go, Isaac. Hide in the shower. That's the best place to hide. Hide in the shower, not on the toilet. Hiding on the toilet gets you eaten by a T-Rex. Okay, what about in here? Yep. Isaac's having problems.
I'm afraid, Isaac. I don't want to die. It's the only way out.
You're not Nicole. Nicole's dead. You're not really here.
Well, he's not wrong. At least he, you know, came to terms with that, because that was the kind of the whole thing with the first game was he thought Nicole was alive, despite the fact that he literally had a recording that proved Nicole was dead. He just never watched it to the finish, which is one of the things that, like, you gotta start wondering. Not like you as the player, because obviously the players were never given that information until the very end of the game. But, like, the captain... Oh, look. We're in a unitology place. That's never a good sign. But, like, the captain of the ship and some of the other people on board, like, you can't tell me they didn't know that Isaac was stopping this thing early. Or if they did know, that brings up an entirely... That does not sound good.
Dana, Titan soldiers have found me. They're tracking me in some sort of gunship.
You're almost here. Hurry.
But if there's like... They had... It's like, if they didn't know, okay, that's one thing. But then how did the Earth Gov know? You know, if the other people knew, that meant that the captain was basically lying and manipulating Isaac to fix the ship, despite the fact that he knew that his girlfriend was dead. And like I said back in that one, and that also kind of brings up the question a couple of times where Nicole helps you by like opening something or doing something. Like, okay, then who helped you? Nicole's dead. It's not a necromorph. If it is a necromorph, then that just raises even more questions. Alright. What's going on? I don't want to go out there. Somebody go out there for me. Why do I have to put up with... Ooh, money. Unfortunately, if I remember correctly, that's not the only one. Did I get them all? I think so. I had the 2 explode on me. Now that makes me annoyed. Oh, money. I say, like, I hate it when that noise pops up and then you just end up walking around because you can't freaking find the item. Alright, anything up here? I don't think so. Anything? Nope, okay. Trying to make sure I get everything I can get.
By the millions, people flocked to hear more about the marker and the unity it promised after Michael Altman told the world of his profound discovery. But there were those who felt threatened by Altman's message. On March 15, 2215, Altman was assassinated, and thus became the first martyr for the church.
Oh, I guess I was supposed to listen to this one first.
A geophysicist named Michael Altman made a discovery that would change history. Buried at the impact site of a crater near the Yucatan Peninsula, he uncovered a divine alien presence. The marker. The marker spoke to Altman and revealed a plan that would unify mankind and lead them to a bright new future.
Now here's the thing where I would argue against this. Unify mankind. Technically, yes, mankind would be unified. Lead them to a bright new future. I'd argue that part based on the crap that I'm killing. Okay, this one is number 3.
Followers mourned his death but found divine solace in his message of unity. They would not allow the truth to be silenced and form the Church of Unitology to bring his teachings to the world. Today, the Church of Unitology can be found everywhere in the known universe. Its message is just as strong and relevant today as it was when Altman first revealed it. Billions of believers can be found across all social, economic, and cultural groups, and more are joining every day.
So, be afraid.
Growing from a small group of devout miners on Titan, the Titan Station Church of Unitology has flourished into a hub of Unitology worship, practice, and learning. It boasts one of the largest and most beautiful churches in the Sol system, and is often the site of the annual Unitology Enigma Symposium.
Whatever the frick that is.
As we await glorious convergence, it is important to continue
Convergence
to
is when
nurture
they
our relationship with
change,
the marker and
unify.
understand the future it is preparing for us. The marker calls to all of us. It is our duty to approach it with an open heart and open mind.
It's your duty to not be stupid. I know this is hard for some people.
It's Timon! He's found you! Into the church, hurry!
Oh, I got shot. By an actual bullet, I think? Chapter 4.
Dana, the Church of Unitology? Why here?
It's one of the few places on Titan Station that Tideman can't monitor. Separation of church and state.
No, Dana, we shouldn't be in here. This is the last place we want to be right now.
Isaac! My brother died trying to rescue you. This is important. This will work. I'm in a safe room at the top of the church. Meet me there, okay?
Use the scroll to locate or find the safe stations more. Ooh. The other one, you could just press M and that would pull up your map. I don't have a map. That's the inventory. I know I can do that. I distinctly remember there being like a map thing in this game. There are a lot of text logs in this game, though. All visitors in your site, the indoctrination centers are strictly off limits. Remember to light the room for those who walk in darkness. Keep them away from where we make people do whatever we want to say, because that's what they need to do. I'm technically going the wrong way. Like, I'll come back to this part later, but...
Welcome to the Church of Unitology gift shop. Find that special souvenir for that special someone to let them know you stood in the shrine of Altman today. Marker pendants made from the fragments of Titan itself are now available. Altman be praised.
Altman be praised. Huh. Altman was a man. Alright. Upgrading rig. Because I can give myself some more air. Damage. I forgot that that's what they have in this game. Yeah, they took away some of the upgrades that you could do and changed other upgrades. Alright. I can sell you. I can sell you. Those are actually, like, even more worthless. Buy you, buy you, buy you. But yeah, strangely enough, those are, like... almost like... They're more worthless in this game than they were in the first game. Because in the first game, at the very least, you know, your... in the first game, your equipment didn't... your stasis did not recharge on its own. But this is a game, your stasis recharges over time. So, like, it's literally even more useless than almost anything else. I think this is one of those areas you don't have to go to. How many text logs are there in this game? 2 tines entwined. All intertwined, at the end become one. One mind, one body, one voice. Yeah, have you seen the definition of one body in terms of the marker? It's not pretty. It's probably something you want to actually run away from at top speed. Look. Found the deacon. Flame fuel. I don't have a flamethrower.
Isaac, can you see the symbols too? It means
Strauss. Yes, I see the symbols.
we are a threat to them. I know it. We have to work together.
Work together? Who's them? Well, you mean Titan? Strauss. Work will be Strauss.
Don't trust him. That's exactly the exact opposite thing I'm going to do. I'm going to trust him over basically anybody else here. Alright, so there we go. 180 points in oxygen. That means I have 3 minutes of oxygen deprivation, basically. Or I have a tank for oxygen for 3 minutes. That's a long time. almost as long as I took in the Death of Chromie. It's, for those who don't know, not too, it was a while back, wasn't it? Anyway, in World of Warcraft, they released a scenario called The Death of Chromie.
The Cathedral reported 2 pressure equalization cycles during services last Sunday. The first was minor and only blew some candle flames around, giving Pastor O'Brien a much-needed, if unexpected, boost in his sermon. The second cycle was more harsh, resulting in a pressure snap that popped people's ears and sent several to medical. That was not needed.
But, what was I saying? So the Death of Chromie, you're given like 15 minutes to do stop Chromie from dying. And this is where it gets a little bit more complicated because it's a time travel scenario. Stop Chromie from dying. I think you stop her from dying technically 5 times, but there's actually like 8 attempts you have to stop, and 15 minutes is not that much time. But gotta stop those shots. So you don't have much time in the long run to actually do it, but I mean, it's fun to finish it. If you get the chance to, obviously. Alright. So, why are there so many candles? Like, in the auditorium and things like that, I could understand, but along walkways? You have lights. Use them. Well, I wonder how that works. Because you have broken the fuse, but because you have now broken the fuse, you technically like broke only the fuse to the don't have a head. How do you know where I am? I will always take your money though. Yeah, I can't take that. Anything good around here? Like it. I don't really remember if there's any particular did I literally just go in a circle? Oh, that's just the shortcut, that's why. Yeah, I get confused about these things.
Welcome to Indoctrination. A church seminar is currently in progress. Please wait for the next available church associate. Indoctrination is a pleasant, joyous event where you will take the first steps into glorious oneness. That is, unitology.
As the marker, we call this process convergence. Imagine it. All mankind brought together with one purpose, with one mind, with one soul. No war, no fear, no hate. If that sounds like an ideal world to you, then look no further. Convergence is coming, and unitology is helping it happen.
That's not something you really want to hear.
Like you were meant to be part of something bigger. Then maybe unitology is you. Founded 200 years ago by our savior, Michael Altman. Unitologists believe that one day all mankind will unite
Yep,
through the power
plasma in the
of
corner.
an artifact known as the marker. We call this process convergence. Imagine it.
Alright, so what's in here? Beyond more crazy stuff. Text. Indoctrination test. Casey Moon, desire to socially belong, high. Assertiveness, low. Gullibility, low. Tolerance for ambiguity, high. Cultural disillusion, low. Idealism, high. Susceptible to trance-like states, low. Self-confidence, high. A desire for spiritual meaning, low. Awareness of group influence on individuals, high. Subject is unlikely to stay affiliated with the church after a short period of time. We would expect him to exit the system after tithing requirement section of initiation. We should invite him to go as far as he'd like, but do not book future earnings against him. You know, there's just something wrong with that.
Please replace the views for the observation center door in the junction panel. Vandalism in the church is not permitted.
But I like vandalism. I opened the other door, now I need to get out of here. How? We take this one. And we reopen our door. Technically I could have done it the other way, but it's more fun to do that. I didn't get it. There's nothing you can do, by the way. In case you're wondering, you're just kind of stuck. That was not what I meant to do. Well, that was what I meant to do. I did mean to shoot that, but I should have been farther away from the door when I did that.
Ever felt like you were meant to be part of something bigger? Unitology, founded 200 years ago by our savior, Michael Altman. Unitologists believe that one day all mankind.
Alright, let's redo this. But smarter. Yeah, you sacrifice whatever they had on them, but that was not a good move. Did I get through? I did get through.
Where are you going? You can't run from the pain forever.
My dead girlfriend is trying to make me go insane by yelling at me. I think I have a problem. Okay, that's the way forward. That is a schematic I want. I know. Shut up. Alright. That takes precedence. What do I have? Drop that, pick up the line racks. And then we're going to save. And then I'm going to go ahead and end off the stream here, guys. Hopefully I'm going to stream in the near future. I couldn't tell you exactly when. Keep an eye on my Twitter, which is linked down below the video here. I will usually announce my streams beforehand. I try to do an hour, but that doesn't always work. Sometimes it's a half hour. Also, I post when I upload new videos to my YouTube page, which is also linked below the video. So go ahead and hop on over there if you're enjoying this. My Dead Space stream is all up on YouTube right now, along with all the rest of my YouTube videos. So thank you everybody who stopped in, and I will hopefully see you guys next time.